and we're hoping we're not going to have a repeat here of that incident at Newmarket. Sinawan's gone in. Free Solo, I think, is going to be brought up now, so the favourite will be the final one by the look of it, and let's hope there's no late drama here. Siskin goes forward with the blindfold, and he's just a bit edgy. He's just about in. So for the Tattersalls Irish 2,000 guineas, Jerry Hannon to call them.
For the first classic of the year, they're off. In the Tattersalls Irish 2,000 guineas over a mile, well away was Sinawan, horse with the nose bend, disputing the lead with Rebel Tail. Close up on the inside in the first Tabor colours is Fort Myers, and in the blue cap prominent is Royal Lytham. As they settle down in these early stages, Fort Myers takes them a long track, half a length back by Royal Lytham as they head for the elbow. Soon to straighten the sixth, then Vatican City and Sinawan. Free Solo and Rebel Tail is next, and they're followed by Siskin. And after Siskin, straightening up towards the final 5.5 furlongs is Armory, and then Fiscal Rules. Lope Fernande and Monarch of Egypt is the back marker. Passing the 5 and continuing on towards the halfway stage in the Tattersalls Irish 2,000 guineas. In the lead is Fort Myers, and Michael Hussey tracked the length back by Royal Lytham and Emmett McNamara. Then Sinawan and Ronan Whelan sharing third with Vatican City and Porrick Beggy as they head for the 3. Free Solo is next, and Rebel Tail. Pink Cap. Halfway back is Siskin, and then Armory in between horses with Fiscal Rules, and pulled out to the outside is Lope Fernande, and then Monarch of Egypt. They're racing on towards the final 2 furlongs. Fort Myers is pressed by Royal Lytham wanting the rail here with a sweeping run is Lope Fernande, and Sinawan in between horses. Angled out is Siskin, then Armory as they race to the final furlong. Lope Fernande hits the front, but here comes Siskin on the near side. After them is Sinawan racing up towards the finish, and it's Joe Lyons' push button Siskin who's drawing away to land the first ever classic for Colin Keane and Joe Lyons. Vatican City is second, then Armory, Lope Fernande and Fiscal Rules.
What a moment, and Ger Lyons and daughter Kerry celebrate. Siskin has won the Tattersalls Irish 2,000 guineas under Colin Keane in what was a pretty dramatic race, you'd have to say, but as Jerry said in commentary, he's got an almost push-button turn of foot, and he's shown it to devastating effect to run down Lope Fernandez, who had a clear run down the outside in contrast to the winner, and looked as though he could be on his way to victory. Colin Keane really had to fight his corner. He was tucked away on the inside. Armory was keeping him in for a while, and Colin Keane, as I say, he had to be pretty vociferous there, Don, and the old elbow grease, I think, came out. He eventually got into the clear, and from that point on the question was, what would he find? And the answer was resounding. Definitely not. And look at the SP there, 2-1. His supporters came out in force near the off. Vatican City's run really well in second at 14s. He was on the inside of Siskin as we watched these head-on pictures, and Lope Fernandez just holding Armory for third. But it was so tight there, wasn't it? Sinawan was in front of Siskin. He knew he wasn't going to get through there. The horse that made the running got tightened up badly there as Lope Fernandez moved across towards Sinawan. But, well, he did just look to his right initially. Siskin, he quickened up all the time, and that was the key aspect to the victory. And Colin Keane showing what it means to him there. They have called a stewards inquiry, not surprisingly. There was so much going on there, but I think well, you're never surprised by what happens in racing, but I think we can safely say that the winner won't be in any bother here. The best horse by a considerable margin has won the Tattersalls Irish 2,000 guineas, and well, it's a classic like no other. No crowd here to see it. I think that will probably not detract in any way from the enjoyment for the Lions team. Siskin it is then. Colin Keane, reaction to follow here in the Tattersalls Irish 2,000 guineas.
Well, it was always a case of if he was to win it, he was going to have to earn it, and a proper horse, an excellent performance, and well done to Colin Keane and to Ger Lyons as well. It's a first classic success for the pair of them, and no surprise to see them absolutely thrilled and delighted. But did he stay? Yes. Is he classy? Absolutely. I've thoroughly enjoyed that.
Yeah, no, absolutely, so did I. And I think my sort of immediate conclusions that he looks an absolute miler, whereas the English Guineas winner looks as though he's going to go further. And he's got such speed for a miler. I think he's going places. He's obviously gone places already. But Colin Keane, I don't know that much about Irish racing, but I got onto him, as did many others, very early as an apprentice. And he's just done nothing wrong ever since, so it's brilliant to see him get it. And I've seen Ger Lyons come through the ranks with handicap winners in the UK and just gradually getting better and better and better. So I think it was a terrific result all round, and the fact that he's held up his 2-year-old form and he remains the best 3-year-old in Ireland. So
you
hopefully...
mentioned Ger Lyons going through the ranks. He won the Lancashire on this card 12 months ago, and here he is landing in
no stranger to big races, but to win a classic, I think he puts you in a different league.
For
and
sure.
It's about time it happened.
For sure.